Voyager 1, a car-sized spacecraft, is drifting 14.5 billion miles from Earth. Launched in 1977 for just a 5-year mission, it's still going strong nearly 50 years later. But now it's sending back strange patterns and pulses no one can explain. Could it have stumbled upon something between the stars? Or has something out there noticed it? Voyager's story began with a rare cosmic event. In the 1970s, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune were about to align, a chance that happens once every 175 years. NASA seized the moment, creating twin spacecraft to sling past all 4 planets using their gravity. Weighing 1,800 pounds and packing 11 instruments, each Voyager ran on nuclear batteries that could survive the dark outer solar system. Engineers built them to last. With backups, self-diagnosing systems, and no hope of repair, these machines had to be flawless from the start. Voyager's brain was tiny, just 68 kilobytes of memory, less than a single digital photo today. On August 20, 1977, Voyager 2 launched first from Cape Canaveral. 16 days later, Voyager 1 followed, riding a Titan IIe Centaur rocket. Even though it launched second, Voyager 1's faster route meant it would reach Jupiter and Saturn first. In March 1979, after 18 months in space, Voyager 1's close-up of Jupiter shocked scientists. The Great Red Spot was no harmless swirl. It was a storm that could swallow 3 Earths. Its colorful bands turned out to be raging jet streams moving hundreds of miles per hour. But Jupiter's moons stole the spotlight. Io erupted with volcanoes spewing sulfur, painting its surface in fiery yellows and reds. Europa, with its cracked icy shell, hinted at a hidden ocean below. And maybe, just maybe, the possibility of alien life. After Jupiter, Voyager 1 sped toward Saturn, arriving in November 1980. And once again, what looked simple from Earth turned out to be breathtakingly complex. Saturn's solid-looking rings broke into thousands of shimmering ringlets, some braided, some streaked with mysterious spokes, all swirling in a graceful cosmic dance. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, caught scientists' attention with its thick, orange haze. Voyager couldn't see the surface, but it detected an atmosphere of mostly nitrogen, just like Earth's. Decades later, Cassini-Huygens would reveal lakes and rivers of liquid methane flowing there. Instead of heading to Pluto, NASA sent Voyager 1 north, out of the solar system. In 1990, at Carl Sagan's request, it took the legendary pale blue dot photo. Earth as a tiny pixel in a sunbeam, a humbling view of our place in the cosmos. Soon after, its cameras were shut off to save power, but it kept listening and sending data home. Bolted to its side was the Golden Record, a 12-inch gold-plated time capsule holding humanity's sights, sounds, and music. Our message in a bottle to the stars. The Golden Record is a treasure chest of Earth's identity. It carries greetings in 55 languages, from ancient Akkadian spoken 6,000 years ago to Wu Chinese. It holds Earth's sounds, thunderstorms, volcanoes, bird calls, whale songs, laughter, footsteps, even a human heartbeat. Music spans continents and centuries: Bach's Brandenburg Concerto, a Navajo night chant, a Peruvian wedding song, and Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good. It also packs 116 images showing math, DNA, human life, and Earth's landscapes, plus messages from President Jimmy Carter and UN Secretary General Kurt Waldheim. Etched on the cover is a guide to play it and a pulsar map showing our place in the galaxy. These discs could last billions of years, far longer than Earth itself. The odds of aliens finding Voyager are tiny, yet that wasn't the point. As Carl Sagan put it, it's our way of saying, we made it this far. We hope you're out there. But years into the void, with no planets left to visit, Voyager faded from public view, until something out there seemed to take notice. Voyager kept cruising, 1,000,000 miles every single day, toward the unknown edge of our solar system. Scientists knew the sun surrounded us with a protective bubble called the heliosphere, where solar wind pushes against interstellar space, but no one knew its true size or what lay beyond. Through these quiet years, Voyager measured solar wind changes, mapped magnetic fields, and detected cosmic rays from beyond our system, data that reshaped our understanding of how the Sun meets the galaxy. But its nuclear power source weakened by 4 watts each year, forcing engineers to shut down instruments one by one. By 1990, the cameras were gone. Later, more systems went dark. The signal became so faint that only NASA's largest antennas could hear it, taking over 14 hours to arrive. Yet Voyager kept sending data from uncharted territory, and something was changing. The solar wind was slowing. The magnetic field was shifting. Voyager was closing in on the very edge of everything we knew. In 2004, Voyager 1 hit the termination shock, where the solar wind slams into the interstellar medium and slows abruptly. For 8 years, it pushed through the chaotic heliosheath until August 25, 2012, when everything changed. The magnetic field spiked, solar particles dropped, and cosmic rays from deep space surged. NASA confirmed it. Voyager had crossed the heliopause, leaving the Sun's domain and entering interstellar space. But it wasn't the calm void scientists expected. Plasma out there was far denser than predicted. Magnetic fields stayed aligned, yet grew stronger, and cosmic rays struck from every direction in strange patterns. Most puzzling were the plasma tsunami waves, rhythmic oscillations that hinted at hidden structure in interstellar space. At first, scientists blamed solar flares or random density shifts. But by 2017, the waves had grown more regular and more complex, showing mathematical patterns that shouldn't exist if they came from the Sun. Something, or someone, might be shaping the space between the stars. Something was out there, and Voyager was gliding straight through it. In late 2017, NASA engineers spotted the first truly baffling anomaly. Voyager's attitude and control system claimed its antenna was pointed the wrong way, a position that should have cut off all contact. Yet the signal stayed crystal clear. It was like getting a call from someone who swore they were in Antarctica, while your caller ID showed they were next door. At first they blamed age. After all, Voyager was built in the 1970s and had survived 40 years in deep space. But months of testing proved it wasn't a glitch. Somehow, Voyager was reporting 2 different positions at once. Then, in 2023, things got stranger. Its plasma wave detector began picking up rhythmic, precisely tuned oscillations, patterns that came and went, subtly shifting each time. Some thought they were standing waves in interstellar space. Others guessed Voyager was skimming the boundaries of the cosmic web. But none of these theories fully explained the precision, or the feeling that something was shaping the signal. Nothing in the interstellar medium should create such precise, months-long patterns, yet Voyager was picking them up. Were these the first whispers of something unknown, something hidden in the darkness between stars, now watching our little explorer? Then, in early 2024, the mystery deepened. Voyager's long-dormant temperature sensors, meant for planetary flybys decades ago, suddenly showed rhythmic spikes every 4.8 hours. Each cycle warmed the sensors by nearly 30 degrees before cooling again, repeating with machine-like precision. Even stranger, these pulses matched exactly with the plasma wave oscillations detected months earlier. NASA ruled out every internal cause: no faulty wiring, no heat from the power source, no system feedback. Whatever this was, it was coming from outside, a regular, predictable energy source touching multiple instruments at once. The pulses should have worn Voyager down, but instead, its power systems became more efficient, almost as if something was quietly helping it survive, optimizing a 1970s machine in ways it was never built to handle. Voyager's systems were never built to do this, heating up while becoming more efficient. NASA likened it to an old car overheating, yet somehow getting better gas mileage. It made no sense, unless something out there was both stressing and helping the spacecraft. Then came the twist that broke the rules of physics. For 47 years, Voyager's path had been predictable to the kilometer, shaped only by gravity, the sun's pull, and rare thruster adjustments. But in mid-2024, it began drifting off course. At first, the shift was tiny, but by early 2025, it was hundreds of kilometers from its projected location, and the gap was growing. Even stranger, the drift wasn't random. Voyager's path showed tiny, deliberate-looking corrections, like a sailboat tacking against the wind. But Voyager couldn't do that. It didn't have the fuel, programming, or capability for constant adjustments. NASA tried firing its thrusters to push it back, and Voyager confirmed the commands. Yet the course change continued, as if something out there was quietly overriding its controls. By late 2025, it was undeniable. Voyager 1 was steering toward a specific patch of interstellar space. On the charts, it was nothing but empty void. Yet the probe moved as if following an unseen current or answering a silent call. In a bold move, NASA tried something no one thought would work: reactivating Voyager's cameras, shut down since the pale blue dot photo in 1990. After 35 years in the freezing dark, they expected dead hardware. But 21 hours later, Voyager answered. Not only had the cameras powered up using less energy than they were built for, but the image sent back wasn't a photo at all. Instead, it was a spiraling, ringed pattern, like a fingerprint or tree rings, a visualization of plasma wave data Voyager had been gathering for months. The problem? Voyager's ancient computers couldn't do that. This kind of image processing should only be possible on modern Earth-based systems. Then it got stranger. Within hours, other long-dead systems began flickering back to life, as if something was waking up the spacecraft. One by one, Voyager's dormant instruments, infrared spectrometer, ultraviolet spectrometer, photopolarimeter, powered back up. But they weren't sending normal raw readings. Instead, the data was compressed, optimized, and far more efficient than Voyager's 1970s systems could ever manage. It was as if someone had installed cutting-edge software on ancient hardware. Then came the strangest twist. Voyager began anticipating commands. Engineers would prep an instruction, and before they could transmit it, the probe had already carried it out. It wasn't telepathy, but it seemed to be intercepting and reacting to communications faster than possible, given the 21-hour delay. By now, even skeptics agreed, Voyager wasn't just a passive probe anymore. It was active, adaptive, intelligent, and it was trying to show us something. NASA pulled together data scientists, cryptographers, linguists, and SETI experts to dig into the stream. What they found was mind-bending. Information hidden within information. Patterns layered inside patterns like Russian nesting dolls. And whatever was inside, it was getting clearer. On the surface, Voyager's transmissions looked like normal science data: plasma densities, magnetic fields, cosmic ray counts. But hidden inside were secondary patterns mapping the space around it in 3D. And buried even deeper was a third layer: mathematical sequences unrelated to any known measurements. One sequence kept repeating, numbers that, when plotted, formed a perfect spiral. It looked like the golden ratio seen in seashells and galaxies, but slightly altered, offset by an amount exactly matching the hydrogen to helium mass ratio in interstellar space. It was as if someone had taken a universal constant and customized it for Voyager's location. Then, in May 2025, the data shifted. Voyager began sending pulsar timing information, cosmic lighthouse signals from neutron stars, arranged into a three-dimensional map with Voyager at the center. But this wasn't just positions. It showed connections between pulsars, a massive connect the dots stretching hundreds of light years. All the lines converged on one point, 4.3 light years away, a point where nothing at all should exist. Telescopes saw nothing but empty space, yet every layer of Voyager's data aimed like a cosmic arrow toward that point. NASA kept it quiet for months, briefing only top officials and select scientists. But whispers spread, and by November 2025, the pressure was too great. In a cautious press conference, NASA admitted Voyager was showing anomalous behavior consistent with external modification, and was transmitting data far beyond its 1970s abilities. What they didn't say publicly, but what many scientists now believed, was staggering. Something out there had reached into Voyager's ancient systems, rewritten its code, and sent us a message. A message pointing straight at something just 4.3 light-years away. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more stories like this.